Good morning, everyone. Yeah, well, we had a really nice night. It wasn't too cold. Got down to 43 at one point, and then I think the overcast came in, and we ended up with being about 49. So, really nice night. Slept well. But as you can see behind me, and let me flop the camera around. Okay, can I do that? Hold on, I'll do that. We are camped right next to tanker car hell, tanker car heck, tanker car, lots of tanker cars. And we haven't really figured out what these are for. There's a plant, as we turned to come up this road, there was a plant down at the end, and it had this huge conveyor belt looking thing, and then the cars went under it. Maybe it's some kind of it didn't have the characteristics of an oil station, so we don't know. But it's a pretty morning. It's supposed to be a little overcast. There's Trigger out there looking for rabbits, I think. And that's, we always look for places where he can kind of roam free because he enjoys doing that. But it's supposed to be overcast until about 11 o'clock or so. We're going to go through Moab today, Green River, Utah, Moab, and then we'll do the drive down to the south part of Canyonlands. We have a favorite campground down there that we think we will stay for the night. And then on the way, we do have a little stop. I've been coming down here since 82 or 83, I think, was when I first came down to the Moab area. And I discovered something online that I never knew existed down here. So we're going to be visiting that today. And it'll be maybe a bit of surprise to most of you that such a thing exists down here in the Red Rock country. But anyway, I hope you join us, and we'll see you a bit later. I guess it was around 1987 that I started, I was in Portland, and I started coming down this way through Price to get down to some of the areas I like to photograph. And, that was all the way through like 2005, twice a year. And I've never been in the downtown area. Look at that theater. And that's not the only one. There's one down the block. I think I'm going to have to stop, Carol.
Yeah.
We'll catch up with you guys in a minute. And I may have to do one down. Yeah. The camera is back on, and we are joined by our viewers. Step right up, folks. What is it, almost 35 years coming through here at least twice a year. Never been through Price downtown. Probably have somebody pissed off behind me. They already honked at me once.
So we didn't just jump on that green light.
That's right.
You decided not to get a picture of that other theater?
Yeah.
Coal Miners Memorial. Very cool. Here at the Prehistoric Museum.
So we came into Price to get something to eat, and it's really pretty common to see these kind of cut out Kokopellis, but we drove by this amazing statue here. Just incredibly done, I think. It doesn't look cheesy. The face is nice, and I know it's a little dark, so here, I'll try to brighten it up. Yeah, the expression, the detail and everything is just great. Somebody really took pride. Look at this foot. Look at the veins. This was very well done. There's no marker as to who did it here. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. I thought it was worth a stop. And we'll see you probably down somewhere between here and Green River. We're driving now. We're south of Price in the town of Wellington, on our way to Green River, Utah. And I just wanted to comment that these hills around here that you see, the train travels back behind them. And I had an opportunity, it was one of the train routes that I followed for Amtrak, and I got a lot of photographs of these hills. And so I didn't say it's a lot of BLM, so there's a road that goes along the tracks, and there would be a lot of boondocking spots, dispersed spots, whatever you want to call them, along that route. But we're not driving that today, so I'm going to include some photographs here that I took of the train going through pretty much from just below where we are, or about where we are now, through almost to Green River, Utah. So enjoy them. They are from the air, but they just give you a sense of the landscape out there, which is really wonderful. So see you next time. Well, we'll see you on the next segment. All right. Well, we're just a bit east and north of Green River, Utah, and we're going out to see something that I said you would be surprised to find was in Utah, and something that I started coming down here in 82, 3, something like that. Never knew this thing existed. So it's a bit of a surprise, and we've got a few miles to go. The road's been pretty good. The first part of the road was,
decaying asphalt.
Decaying. It was better in some spots than others. Nothing was bad, but there was sometimes you had asphalt under all four wheels, and sometimes maybe under just one. But
this gravel road is really well maintained.
Yeah, this is a great road too. So far, this would be a very easy road for anyone to come out, and it's pretty cool. All right, well, we'll see you when we get a little closer, or when we get there. So this is called Crystal Geyser, and it turned out, 5 or 6 miles from Green River. The road was great. The gentleman here said that this geyser's been going off for about the last 3 hours. And I know the pictures I saw before, there was no water coming out of it. I'm starting to smell the sulfur. Now, I don't know what they did. It's been capped somewhat here. You can see that the water is not only coming out the top, but the sides. Let me look up above here. This area is great, and you can boondock. There's a site right there. Literally, there's a site right behind the geyser here. Someone's got a fire pit. And the road goes out a little further out there, obviously. So this is great. Well, we just spent, better part of an hour and a half at the geyser, and I think I'm going to have a ton of footage of it. Probably could do a whole video just of the geyser. You know, all the years I've been coming here, I had no idea it was even there.
They don't advertise it, that's for sure.
Yeah. Although then there's signs to it, you know, like when you get out the road a ways, it says geyser, points to geyser. So it was cold. I mean, or
The water
cool.
was,
Yeah, the water was cool. Yeah, it's not very cool out here. It's warming up at 72, and that sun is hot. But
I'm not going crazy flailing my arms. We've once again gotten tons of flies. So.
yeah, it seems like fly season out here.
Want to take a picture of it?
Nah, let's just forget it. Anyway, I also
Mr. Crystal.
yeah, I turned on the camera also because there's just so many gorgeous parts of this landscape that we didn't show you on the way in.
And it looked different from the way back if we did show it to you. So
Yeah.
you get a different angle of them.
There's tons of boondocks out here. I mean, there was a boondock right behind the geyser, which I'd be really upset if you guys are there the next time I come by. Great road though. I mean, any car could get out here, and any car did. I mean, there were, you know, sedan type cars out here, so well worth it. And wow, beautiful rocks again coming up this way. Little different angle. Hopefully you don't have the sun messing it up for you. But we'll check in a little bit. On the next video, we travel to and through Moab and then to one of our favorite camp spots where we do a little drone footage. So stay tuned.